What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Paul's Best Podcast. This is the podcast where we only talk about the very best of whatever. My guest today is one of dude, I love watching this guy. Such a hilarious stand-up comedian, great actor, great dude. 2-year father.
Yeah.
Joe List. Thanks, dude.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
No, of course. The last time you did Virzi Effect, which I did, I can't believe how long I did that show. It was like audio forever, and then I started to get my shit together in the pandemic, but we transferred it over to this, and I always have a good conversation with, and the fans always go, get Joe List back. You guys have a thing.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
I'm touched. I don't know which camera to look at. I'm looking at all of them. Who cares?
Your boy's 2 now?
2 and 4 months. So yeah, 28 months.
It's nuts, right?
It's the best. He's hilarious. He runs. I farted the other day. He said, "God bless you," which is hilarious. And he got his first haircut. He's amazing. It's the greatest.
I remember my son's first haircut, and he was so still and stoic and didn't freak. Some kids freak.
My kid was the same way.
Yeah,
he
he's a cool
sat
kid.
there like I took a million photos, and it was like a little fire truck thing. It was funny too because we walked in. We're downtown, and we walked into places in like Tribeca. We walked in, and I'm so used to like a dude's barber shop. There was a woman cutting a girl's hair, like a little girl, like a kid. Yeah. And then there was another woman just sitting there, and I turned to her and I said, "Hey, are you available?" Not realizing I thought it was like another barber. And how about this? It was Claire Danes, the actor from fucking, My So-Called Life and shit. I didn't recognize her.
Dude, Claire Danes was just in that big show. That
Homeland, I think, or something like that.
No, after that. The one,
really?
Yeah, the one where like her neighbor was a serial killer or whatever.
I have no idea.
Out now. That's hilarious.
I didn't even recognize her. Sarah did, my wife, and afterwards she was like, that was Claire Danes. I thought she was like a second barber.
You asked Claire Danes, who's in like a top show right now on Netflix. That's amazing.
I was like, yeah, so, and then they were looking at me like, what? And then I could tell, I sensed the lady cutting the hair was like looking at me like, do you have an appointment? And I was like, no, we're just walking in. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm just used to going to a barber shop and there's a guy sitting there. You're like, oh, he'll cut my hair.
That's so.
And then we actually saw her at the playground like a half an hour later. And I was like, I'm so sorry we interrupted your haircut.
You go up to fucking Charlize Theron. You're like, you going to shampoo his hair? Dude, that's so great. Yeah, dude, you know what? I took my son to like a dude's one. Yeah. And it was all Latino. It was just all these, like they had like the music on, Spanish music is blasting, and these dudes are giving guys fades. And I just walk in there with my son, and he was like your son's age, maybe like a couple months older. And he's like, yeah, we take him, put him in. And my son just sat there like this, and he did great.
Yeah.
He did great, but I was just like, am I a bad dad for not doing the little kid one?
No, well, this one had a fire truck, and they put Bluey on, so that helped. And then they put like a lock of his hair in like a little cocaine bag, and they staple it to like a certificate.
To give like the first.
Yeah. It was really sweet. And then she goes, we'll see you in 3 weeks. It was like $60. It's Tribeca.
Yeah.
New York City. And she's like, we'll see you in 3 or 4 weeks. I'm like, what are you out of your mind? I'm not getting into a $60 every 3 week haircut.
Dude, the Claire Danes thing is going to make me laugh for days. Did she say anything?
No, she didn't say anything. She was kind of like, I'll let her handle this. And then when we went back, we made a later appointment. The hairdresser, Barb, whatever her name is, she was like, yeah, well, that lady's a big star. And I since had figured out who she was. And I was like, I know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. She's like, no, she's very sweet. She didn't care. And I was like, okay, sorry. Because, these stars, they get their room. And I just fucking opened up the door and was like, God. Where next?
That's so great, dude.
But Claire Danes, like, I don't really watch a lot of TV shows. So I haven't seen her since Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio in 1997.
Oh, no, dude. She's in the one right now. It's, oh, my God, dude. I got to look at, like, I watched it, like, 3 weeks ago, and it's nuts. And it's where she's an author. She's an author writing a book.
Okay.
And her new neighbor is a guy that was suspected of killing his wife. That's known. And
maybe I've heard of this.
Yeah.
I
got it, dude. It was great. Hold on, I gotta see this here, Claire.
Well, she's like our neighbor, I guess, because we were at the playground, and her little girl's like the same age as my son, and I was like kind of chatting with her without realizing.
Oh, okay, yeah. So here it is, Claire Danes. She's 46 years old. What?
Yeah.
Wow, she's young.
She's younger than my wife, and I think my wife looks better, frankly, this big movie star.
Yeah, Claire Danes' new show.
Not that she looks bad. I don't want her to hear this. She looks fine.
I got to see the Netflix thing because it's going to drive me nuts, and I know the listeners are going, Paul, it's fucking... The Beast in Me. The Beast in Me.
The Beast in Me. Okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah, so The Beast in Me is... And when you when you go over something on Netflix, it gives you like a Like when you go like click on it, it gives you just like
it shows like a clip.
It shows like a clip. So the one with her is like her neighbor like jogs and she kind of rolls down the window and you could tell she knows something's funny. He's like, "Hey, what's up, neighbor? Did you?" And she's kind of trying to backpedal. And I was like, "I got to check this out." And he was a suspected murderer, a famous dude, suspected murderer of his wife.
Okay.
And she was looking for a new story. And he was like, "Why don't you write about me?" And that's how they get entangled.
Oh,
and it's like a limited series, dude. It was.
I might watch it. Okay.
She's actually fucking great.
I gotta check it out because I see her quite a bit because Sarah's seen her a couple times. That's how she recognized her or whatever. But I had no idea.
Now her stalker's going to be hanging out in Tribeca.
I know. Well, this is the thing. I know. Well, now I'm the guy. I'm the fucking neighbor that shows up at her daughter's haircut and then sees her at the playground 5 minutes later.
Something just fell.
Hey, you lost something. What the hell was that? What is that, a monocle?
No. We got equipment falling.
It was like an after-school special. You got like some pills just fell out of your pocket.
Speaking of after school, yesterday I get a text from my kids, and they go like, "Yeah, somebody pulled the fire alarm."
Oh, that's big. That's a big thing in high school.
But it was weird because it was only 2 minutes left of school, and they're saying that the kid that did it joked and like he joked. To try to hit it, but he hit it.
Right.
And it went out because they were like, "Why would he do it with 2 minutes left?" And everyone kept coming up to him, and he I heard it wasn't good. Like he was just embarrassed because he didn't mean to do it.
Oh, jeez.
So they just are all standing outside, and like everyone's like, "Dude, so and so did it," and it was like accident.
Oh,
I wasn't the type of guy to do that. Were you doing shit like that in school? Like
no. I thought you got like arrested for that. I was afraid of that stuff.
Yeah, like dude, I knew kids that like did bomb threats.
Yeah, we had one of those too. We had a kid that did a bomb threat and then later killed himself. So there you go. Yeah, you were just starting to laugh, and I feel bad. I caught you in the moment.
No, I feel like every school's got like there's always like unfortunate tragedy, but like I was never the kid I definitely acted up. I would get in trouble with teachers. Me and my friends, we would like skip class. I remember we would go into the parking lot and like slug a Molson Ice and then just go back and just do dumb shit like that. But I wasn't one to like you, like bomb threat or like pulling a thing. I'm like, I'm going to jail.
Right,
Like that's a whole other level.
Yeah, we did a thing like my buddy and I stole an egg from home economics class was what it was called, and we had like a little courtyard at our high school, and we dropped it, and then we put cones around it. We stole cones from the gym. And then everyone just left it because there was cones there. Like teachers would walk by and be like, "Huh." That was like the height of our hijinks.
Oh, dude.
But we thought it was like hilarious.
Oh, dude, I wanted to rob a bicycle shop at night, and like they were just like, "Paul, you're gonna." Like, but I didn't. I was one of those like I really pushed the envelope, and then I had kids that like. Then I knew a kid who got years in jail because they went into a bank with like a note.
Oh Jesus!
They went into a bank with a note and maybe like a fake gun. And like people don't realize that like if you go into a bank and you just give a note and you're gonna give me the money, that's like 3 years.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's so ballsy, but it's almost so nuts that it's like, do the kids not know?
I guess you're thinking like, well, I didn't do anything serious. I was just goofing. But you're like, but if they gave you the money and you're threatening their life as far as they know.
I think they're trained that if somebody does that,
right.
your life is in danger and the danger of all the employees of this bank are like, everybody's in trouble. So a lot of them give the money, I think.
That reminds me of Don Gavin, old Boston legend comic. He's got an old joke about it. I tried to rob a bank. He's like, I went to the drive-thru though. I put the gun in the fucking... You know that thing where they send it over there? And he goes, it said a note, I have a gun, and then they sent back 2 guns and said, we have a security gun, or something like that. I'm butchering the joke, but you get the point.
I met Don, you know what, you want to hear a great Don Gavin story? I met Don Gavin at the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield. We did a show there together.
Oh, wow. And he's a hoop maniac.
Yeah, and I learned a lot about him. You know the Don Gavin story, one of the greatest Don Gavin stories ever. He's alive, right? Like,
oh, yeah, I just worked with him in Aruba.
Okay, dude, he's so great. Here's one story about him. It's one of the, you're gonna love this. He pulls up to a private. Somebody wanted him for a private. Yeah. And he pulls up, and it's like daytime, and it's outside, and there's just people in a park. And he walks up to the lady that booked him, and he goes, "Yeah, Don Gavin, the comedian you booked." And she goes, "Yeah, oh, Don, yeah." She goes, "You see that picnic table over there where all those people are hanging out?" She goes, "That's where you're going to be." And he goes, "Oh, okay, great." He goes, "Let me just go to my car and get props." And he left. He just, I heard that was the first time I worked with him. I told somebody I worked with him, and they go, here's the best Don Gavin story. He just goes, I'm going to go to my car and get props, and he just left. It's incredible.
He's one of the, I thought props was going to be just vodka because he's still, I mean, he still drinks. He's like almost 80 years old. Maybe he is 80. I think he's 77.
Oh, okay.
He still drinks White Russians, Black Russians, whatever it is.
He was the priest on the Dennis Leary roast, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got some of the greatest jokes of all time. He has an album called Live with the Manhattan, and their jokes are fucking amazing.
Wasn't he the first one to do the gambling problem? Call
1-800
this
gamble.
number.
Yeah,
like people have done that forever now, but like that's him, right?
Yeah, he had the first one, and then there's another joke that I've heard other people do where the bank calls and said, "We have not received your final payment." And he goes, "Yes, you have." And I've heard other people do that joke also. I mean, he really was a huge influence on like Wendy Liebman and all those people that kind of do those
like quick.
Yeah. I come from a big family, 4 fathers. Like he does stuff like that.
Yeah, dude, he was such a nice dude.
He's like the best. He's the greatest guy. But he is a basketball fanatic, loves college hoops, and was a big player too. He's like 6'6". He's huge. Dude,
I went there and I did the Basketball Hall of Fame. They had us in this big room at the Basketball Hall of Fame. But then I actually walked around and I saw all the quotes John Wooden on the. The John Wooden quotes on the wall, which were like incredible. Like John Wooden, dude. Like I know we were talking before, like about like the Bible. How much have you read? Have you ever read any of it? Solomon has all these amazing quotes, and then you look at John Wooden, and you're like, he was like the coach of that.
Sucks to have a bad set after that. You go through the Hall of Fame, you're reading like John Wooden quotes, and then you just eat it. You're like, fuck, I wanted to be the greatest. This is my moment,
It's like, well, yeah, failure to prepare is preparing to fail is my favorite quote, and that's him.
Gary Gulman was obsessed with John Wooden. That's like his big guy.
It's funny that you said that. I remember during the MySpace days or whatever, Gary Gulman, because my failure to prepare is preparing to fail is my favorite quote, and Gary Gulman had that under his thing, so he probably got that from Wooden. But dude, Wooden's got gems.
He's a big Wooden guy.
I don't mean to sound repetitive on the show, but one of his greatest quotes ever, dude, and it's like a fucking wow, is the greatest thing a father can do for his children is love their mother. It's just like, fuck, dude. Like he's one of those dudes.
I'm failing.
And it's like
just kidding. I love my wife.
It's not going so great, Joe.
No, it's great. I'm joking, of course.
How long have you been married?
11 years? No. Wait. 9 years. We've been together for 15 years, but we've been married it'll be 9 years in August. 9 years.
You've been together for 15, married for 9.
Yeah.
My wife and I have been married for 18, together for like 20, over 20.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in my early 20s. It's fucking nuts. It goes fast.
That's crazy. Yeah, I love it. I love being married. One less thing. You don't have to worry about all the other crap.
It's just, dude, and like I'm embracing getting older. It's amazing. It's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
how old are you? You're not that old.
I'm in my mid-40s. How about you?
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So, but like going to bed early is incredible.
Oh, that's all I do. Every show I do, I'm like, I want to go first. I go to bed at 9:15.
They're like, do you care when you go? I go, the sooner the better.
Yeah. No, I'm always want to go first. I can't wait to get home. I love being home.
Dude, me too.
Big home guy.
Me too, dude. A home, and are you a home like put a documentary on guy, or are you a home just like do nothing, look at your phone, lay in bed guy?
I go sport. I watch a movie or sport. I actually am jealous of people that aren't sports fans. I feel like I could watch more movies and music. I would get so much more culture if there wasn't constantly something I had to watch. Like I'm a big tennis guy, so Indian Wells is going on right now. I'm all in there.
Oh, we're getting somebody on the show. I shouldn't say in case there's a fallout, but we're getting a big tennis guy on the show here.
Really?
So we're getting a big tennis guy.
I want to know who it is.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely tell you. But yeah, I always see your tweets or whatever. Is it still tweets?
I say tweets. I say
whatever,
Twitter.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
I can't keep changing it, but I always see your stuff, and you're always a dude. And we always talk about sports too, because you're a big Boston sports guy. I'm a big New York sports guy, and that's what's leading us into today's best of. So as you guys know, me and my guest, we talk about something that's best of, and we're gonna just do it to all the stuff in this category that I think is the best. And my guest Joe came up with this. It's great. It's sports venues. Now I know me and Dan Soder did best live sporting events we were ever at. Those are classic games. This is different. This is actually like the amenities of the facility. This is like the seats, how you even getting in and out if it's easy, the food, like the whole thing, parking, tailgating, all that stuff. So this is going to be the best of sports venues.
I'm excited.
So no, I am.
Now,
too.
does it have to be one we've been to, or just in general, or both, or what?
No, like if you heard of one,
okay,
like that's the thing. This show is no like oh, there's a list top 10. No. If you heard one is amazing that you got to go to. Do you want to go first with one?
I mean, can I just lead with Fenway?
Sure,
I mean,
of
have
course.
you been to Fenway? You spent time at Fenway Park?
So back years ago do you remember when Bill Burr did 19 shows at the Wilbur?
Yes, I do.
He did 19 in a row. I did like 2 weeks with him. Like I had to leave. I had to leave for a couple and came back during that time. And I'm not proud of this. I already admitted to this. You're gonna get a kick out of it. It hurts me. It hurts me.
I'm worried,
dude. Anyway, kids, I did the right thing as a person. So Bill says, "Hey, Fenway wants to give us a private tour. No game." But we're going to go on the field. We're going to go in the Monster. We're going to do all this shit. And we go there, and they take us to this restaurant that's in Fenway, and we're eating. And the lady was so nice, and the guy who was from New York, who runs Boston, runs the team, whoever this guy was, and they're just sitting there, and they're talking. And she's like, oh, this is so great. Yeah, go out on the field. You could go to the Monster. I go in the Monster, and I see that all people sketch stuff, and people put stuff and signed in there where the score is.
Yeah.
And all that shit. I'm looking around. We go up on the top to the Monster seats, and I'm looking around. I'm like, man, there's not a bad seat in this place. It's great. And then we walk in, and she goes, oh, and she goes, and there's 3 of you. She was talking about the other gentleman. There's 3 of you and 3 trophies we could take a picture with. And I'm like, and she just hands Bill, I think the 03 one, and then she hands me the one where luckily the Yankees weren't in the playoffs that year. So it wasn't one where you guys devastated us.
Right.
And I'm holding this thing. And part of me is going, like, she was being so sweet.
Right.
And so hospitable and so nice. And she's like, oh, there's 3. And I'm holding it. And Bill's looking at me like he's laughing. And then the other guy, and all of a sudden she just takes a picture, and Bill goes, man, I can't. And he goes, don't worry, dude, I'm going to delete that. And like, he's like, because I couldn't say to her, but then luckily they go, don't worry, Paul, that's the one where the Yankees weren't even in the playoffs that year.
Which must have been 07, I guess.
So you guys,
or 13.
You guys devastated us in 04.
04,
so
yeah.
I think Bill held that one. And the other guy held one that the Yankees were in, and then it was one where we just had a shit season, and you guys kind of ran through the East. And luckily, I held that, and Bill just goes, and I called Bill, and I go, hey, dude, you do me a favor? I go, can you just delete? And he goes, don't worry, dude. He goes, you're a bigger man than me. He goes, I don't know if I could have even done that, been that polite. He goes, but dude, just because of fandom, he's like, I'll delete it. But I will tell you
hilarious.
this. Oh, dude, it was
it's like someone handed you a swastika and was like, hey, let me take a photo real quick. And you're like, no, they handed it to me. I don't know.
She just handed it. She goes, and she was so happy that there was 3, and I'm like, maybe I'll just hold it, like looking away. It was a nightmare, but yeah, I mean, what do you do in that situation? But I will tell you, Fenway, dude, being there. Now, I've never been to Wrigley,
oh, okay.
And I heard Wrigley is up there.
Wrigley's amazing. I mean, they're both. I mean, I really think Fenway, and obviously I'm from Massachusetts, but like they're 1 and 1A for those baseball stadiums. I also love Dodger Stadium too. I don't want to get taken off the rails. Although you talk about getting in and out of, that's the worst place to ever go.
Which is that?
Dodger Stadium. Getting out of there is fucking horrible.
Oh, dude, I think even getting in there sucked.
Getting in there is horrible.
No, it's great venue.
The venue's incredible. Did you know this, by the way? I didn't realize this. The seat colors, maybe you already know this. Do you know what the seat
yellow,
colors
right?
are?
There's yellow.
These yellow and blue. They're meant to be the beach. Like down the bottom is dark blue, and then it goes lighter blue, and then it's like yellow. It's supposed to be the beach and the ocean.
Did not know that.
I just learned that like a couple months ago.
That's fucking.
So there's a fun venue thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you my favorite place that I ever saw a baseball game, and unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry, it wasn't Yankee Stadium. Although I love the old Yankee Stadium, and I'll be honest, I like when I'm sitting down at this one too.
Yeah,
I do. When I'm sitting down and I'm looking at it, it looks beautiful. But dude, PNC Park in Pittsburgh is one of my favorite places to watch a game. You got the bridges in the back, those yellow Pittsburgh bridges. The hedges are like trimmed perfectly. I think it's an amazing venue.
No, it's fantastic. It's one of those ones that like I didn't want to like because everyone built it up so much. Like you're gonna love it. It's crazy. But yeah, I love the wide open thing. It reminds me of San Francisco is also very
I heard that
similar.
one's insane.
That one's awesome as well because it's right on the water. They can hit them into the water. But yeah, Pittsburgh rules, and the yellow just pops out there. I hate to sound like a lady, but
No, dude. I'm like that too. I'm like that with uniforms. You ever
yes,
just
I talk about uniforms more than any.
Dude.
I'm like it's like I work in Broadway. I like the colors together. That was sweet. I'm all uniform, all colors.
I've never been to Camden Yards. Can you believe that? Have you been?
I've been. Yeah.
I heard amazing. I heard food's good. You don't love
awesome.
it?
No, I do love it. I love it. No, it's awesome because that was the first new fucking. We're gonna do like a retro-y cool stadium, and it was like right after the White Sox made their shitty cookie cutter. Dude, they did like a new circular one, and then Camden Yards came out, and they were like, "Fuck."
Dude, the cookie cutters stink, dude, don't they?
It stinks, but now that I'm older, now I wish I could go back to like Three Rivers and Riverfront. I weirdly, and the Vet, I didn't get to experience any of those really shitty ones. I went to Olympic Stadium in Montreal.
Oh, okay.
Which was like a classic-y shitty one. But now it's like I almost wish I could go to one of those.
Wait, was that where the Expos played?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I went up there for a couple games because I grew up in New England, so we would just shoot up there. But yeah, no, these new ballparks are great. I actually like Citi Field a lot too. Sorry, I can't focus. I'm all over the place.
No.
Because I'm throwing out so many venues.
I'm thinking about it too, but I'm going to tell you one that I never thought I would say. So last spring break, my wife goes, "Hey, we're gonna go." My father lives in West Palm, right?
Okay.
So, and my mother-in-law lives in Sarasota. So we made this trip where we're like, we'll visit both. I'll just stop and see my dad real quick, and then my kids had friends at some resort. And we're like, we'll stay there for the weekend. We'll get a room. The parents will go to dinners and have some drinks, and the kids. So we go, and my wife goes, "Hey, on the way," she goes, Inter Miami is playing, the soccer team is playing and Messi's on the team now. And it's kind of a big deal. And they were playing like Montenegro or something. She's like, "Would you want to go?" So I'm like, so my kids are like, "Yeah," like my daughter plays soccer. And I'm like, "I'll go, dude. It was the fucking coolest venue ever, and the concessions were big, like, you know those big metal containers that are on like ships, like they like carve those out.
Oh, okay, I've seen that.
And the food is all in there, but easy, and they only have certain beers, so it's not like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the Miller Lite, well, you go get me a Corona." They've had like 2 different types of beers, seltzers, and that's it. So you could get them everywhere. It was convenient. No matter where you sat was awesome. The seats were like pink and black for the team. Dude, I got to tell you something. I say to my wife, I go, "How great of a time." It was like a 80-degree night, clear, like not humid.
Right.
It was just one of those things where it's like an ice cold beer, watching this game, Messi and all that shit. It was just great.
Wow, all right. Maybe I got to get to a soccer game. I always want to go to the Portland, whatever the hell they're called.
Actually, Messi didn't play in that game. We were disappointed. We saw him at Yankee Stadium.
Fuck you, Messi.
They did that. Inter Miami played at...
that's right.
And the Stand Comedy Club.
I got invited, but I couldn't go.
Messi was like there, and you're just sitting there. It was, dude, like, it's amazing how like that dude's like a Beatle.
Right, yeah. He's like one of the most famous people in the world.
No, like, I don't realize, like, you don't realize, like, Messi and Ronaldo and soccer make, like they're like beyond. I didn't realize, like, beyond type Kobe stuff,
right?
Or like the way Kobe was in China, rest his soul. Like, that's where those guys are everywhere.
It's so crazy because I just know that they're famous, but I don't have any lived experience of that. I would just be like, "Oh, cool, there's that guy," but he's like bigger than. Yeah, Paul McCartney or whatever.
Speaking of that, and we'll get back to the venues in a second, I was talking to Giannis about this yesterday. Don't you feel like fame is so different now, where it's like nobody gets like that? It's almost like just pockets. It's just like cult following. Like when me and you were coming up in comedy, if you did Madison Square Garden, it was like Andrew Dice Clay, and everybody knew about it. Do you know how many people do Madison Square Garden you don't know?
No, it's fucking wild. Well, I don't know if it's an age. It's partly the culture, but I'm like, now I'm at an age where SNL hosts and guests, I don't know who they are. I'm like, who's host? Who is this guy?
No, like now SNL, it's funny you said it, now SNL hosts joke that people don't know them.
Right.
Like they'll be like, "Hey, I know," and you're like, "What?"
It's very strange, and then I'll watch like a commercial for like the Video Music Award or whatever, the Grammy Awards featuring, and it names like 40 artists I've never heard of in my life. I'm like, what? Where's Madonna?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I mean, even like Claire Danes, like there's shows that are great that I've never heard of in my life.
Well, that's the thing, because you got Apple, you got Peacock, you got Hulu, Netflix, and they're like, "Dude, are you watching that one show on Apple?" And people are like, "No, it's great." And then, you know when I hear about the shows? When they win Golden Globes, and you're going...
Exactly.
It used to be the opposite.
Well, someone had a great point. Rob Reiner, also R.I.P., he talked about this on, I think, Bill Maher's podcast. He's like, when they were doing All in the Family, like 40 million people, like a third of the country was watching it and watching it at the same time.
Yeah.
Because now... even if your show's a hit, people are like, shut the fuck up. I haven't seen it. So you can't even like have a conversation about it.
It's all separate. People watch things years later.
Yeah.
You know, people used to watch shows like that, like they watch the Super Bowl.
Right.
Now, the only thing we really watch together would be a big sporting event.
Yeah. People watch like the Seinfeld finale in Times Square. There was like 1,000 people in there, like dressed as Kramer, watching it on like the whatever.
I'm trying to think of, now that we were just talking about like LA stuff, I'm trying to think of the best LA venue I've been to. I think Dodger Stadium is up there. I got to tell you though, I like that the Staples Center for the Lakers makes decided to do the light thing that they do, where if you notice the crowd is darker.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
This was about 6 years ago, they started this, and they just mentioned it during a game. They go, yeah, if you guys notice. So what they do at Laker games is, when the Laker game starts, it's a hint of it, but they make the crowd and audience a little darker than usual, and they make the court brighter. And I thought it was pretty cool. If you watch it, you'll notice.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's a hint of it, but it's cool.
Now, I'll tell you what venue I've been to for comedy. I opened for Louis at the Forum, the Great Western Forum, which I miss those sports venues that had just like, this is the Forum.
Yeah,
it wasn't the fucking...
like the Forum, the Coliseum.
Yeah, it wasn't like the Taco Bell Center or whatever. It was the Forum. But I did comedy there, but it's all one level. Like, there's no like upper deck or anything. And it's so crazy to think about like Showtime Lakers playing in like an intimate venue. I mean, I don't know what the size is, but it's like a bowl.
No, it's cool. Speaking of bowl, we actually we went to the Yale Bowl.
Oh, I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah,
Never been.
And it was like Yale versus Harvard, and it was like literally the guy playing safety is going to be like the director of the CIA. It's nuts. But it's cool because it's just a flat. It's kind of just this bowl. Literally, that's what
I've driven by it, but never been in there.
Dude, so cool. Yeah, you made a good point though too, Joe. It sucks that like I don't want to watch like a hero inspirational athlete at like the Auntie Anne Center.
Right. Well, I remember I got to do the Joe Louis Arena with Louis back in the day, and it was the last year of the Joe Louis Arena, and it was literally becoming the Little Caesars Center. I'm like, you're going from the Joe Louis Arena to the Little Caesars. Like, that is like such a slap in the face.
It's so ridiculous. I'll tell you one event that we thought was going to be a nightmare, and me and Joe, I got tickets. William Morris got me tickets to see the Chargers and Raiders at SoFi.
Okay, right? Which I heard is amazing,
dude. And all of my, and Bartnick goes, Virzi, I miss you. I got to see it. And I go, dude, I got 2 tickets to Chargers Raiders. And he was like, oh, Virzi, that could be a nightmare, but I'll go. It was in Inglewood, right?
Yeah,
dude. It was the easiest to get in. The seats were so. I could have watched a doubleheader. I could have watched. I was like, I wanted a double. Joe goes, I've never had a place this big be this easy to get in and out of. The drinks and bathroom are at so you just get up. You could get back to your seat quick. Dude, comfortable. It was like I was on a recliner watching football. It was the best.
That's what I think Burr tweeted or something, that it's the best venue he's ever been to.
You never been?
No, I got to get in there.
Dude, SoFi, you're going to sit and you're going to go, I could sit here for 5 hours and watch. It's amazing.
God, that's so smart.
Dude, no, they did it because you know what it is? They realized, like, X amount of people, let's get X amount of bathrooms.
Right.
Back then it wasn't. It was just like a line of animals waiting to take a piss.
Yeah, say Fenway Park. I mean, the Wrigley still has troughs, like just a fucking big circle
that's where
thing.
I'm like,
it's horrible. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But I want to also say 2 venues, both in Seattle, that I've been to. The Seahawks Stadium, whatever that's called, and then the UW, Washington Huskies Stadium. Both fucking amazing. The Husky Stadium is like right on the water. It's so beautiful, trees everywhere.
Wait a minute, we just did that. We did that. We saw Washington play at Washington against Michigan.
Oh, it's funny because I went to a Michigan-Washington game at Michigan. How about that? Reverse.
Speaking of that, let's go to college now.
Yes, please.
Did you like the big house? Because you go down, right?
It's very cool. Yeah, it's crazy. It's surprisingly not loud, which I think people have talked about before with Michigan Stadium. It's like 117,501, I think. Or maybe it was 107,501 when I went there.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was part of the largest crowd ever to watch a football game. It's since been broken. It was 2002 I went there, and Michigan won on a walk-off
Didn't
against
they add
UW.
seats since then?
They've added a bunch, Because them in Tennessee were going back and forth for a while.
Yeah, they
would each add seat, and they're like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's like so high.
It's but it was awesome and just super cool. But I like the classic straight bowl. There's no nooks or crannies or anything. It's just like, we got a bowl.
Yeah.
It was fucking really, really cool and insane. And you just keep walking forever. But it goes, out instead of up. It's like not high.
So other than Boston, what's your favorite venue? Could you mention San Francisco, but like other than your like obviously your home teams and the teams that you love, where would if somebody said you can go and watch a game anywhere and really enjoy it, what would you say your favorite is?
Well, staying in college, I think the UW Stadium, Husky Stadium, and then Army. I went to a game at Army up
Army's
the
right by
river
my
here.
mom's.
Yeah. That's awesome, like right on the water there. But I really think the Huskies Stadium is pretty amazing. Just right on the water, on campus is so cool. And boy, it's tough.
There's something awesome about there is something awesome about a venue on a great campus with water in the background.
Yeah.
It's just like the students get to. It doesn't. When you go there, I remember Burr saying this once. He goes, "God, I wish I did better in school." Like when you go to these college venues and you see these kids just partying and hanging out, you're like, "Dude, that guy's gonna go back to a dorm room, probably get laid." They're watching. This is like, why did I do better in high school?
I think about this all the time, and I try to do this as a bit, but I think I look like a smart guy, but I'm a fucking idiot, and I got I got horrible grades. But like, I always think this. I'll walk around a campus. I'll literally go to like Duke, and I'm walking around Duke.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I should have gone to college, like as though I could have just gone to this high, like
Cameron Indoor.
Yeah, I've been there.
That was life changing for us. We saw it against UNC. It was incredible.
Oh, to be at a UNC game. I've been on the floor there. I walked there. I was on campus doing a commercial. And it was just open. I just walked onto the floor. It was like the craziest thing. I have photos of me on the floor at Cameron Indoor. And all I could think is, I could have come from Chapel Hill and like dumped fucking Tar Heel paint on here. I was like, I could draw fucking dicks all over the... No, there was nobody there. I was like the only one in there. I have photos to prove it.
It's funny. You're like, I look smart, but I'm not. You're like, I would draw dicks on the Duke. I would draw dicks on the Duke hardwood.
It was crazy. It was just wide open. I was just walking around. But yeah, that place is insane. I mean, that's like a high school gymnasium. Like they pull the bleachers out and it's like 4,000 people.
It literally is. I think when it's full capacity, everything. I think they got it up to 9. But it's never going to be big, and it's incredible. And I did it I think it was the last or second to last year to Coach K.
Oh, wow.
And he walked out like they wait. So it's like the team's on the bench, the assistants are on the bench, and he just comes out as like the headliner.
That's amazing.
And the place the student body lost their shit. And I heard like you got to camp out for like a week to try to get the tickets. But I would say college venue that. I loved Notre Dame under the lights. That was special.
Wow.
Okay, went to that. I'm going to say a venue that this is, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody, but venues that I don't love is like live golf, just because, dude, I'm walking. Like, I will say this, some of the tents are great.
Yeah.
Like some of the tents are very accommodating as far as gift shop and as far as like, getting food and eating and stuff like that. But like you're just walking around trying to find a grandstand to like sit at a hole. You know what I mean?
I've never been to a golf tournament.
Ever?
And no, never. And it feels like... That's how I always felt about it. I'm like, I'm just strolling around. I got to run. I got to follow a guy.
You either got to follow the guy, or what we did at the Masters was we sat on 15.
Okay.
And you could see the par 3 16th. And a lot of times there's a hole in one. So we just kind of sat there, camped out. One person would get beers and sandwiches. Sandwiches like $1.50. Beers are like $1.75.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah. So when you go to the Masters, you can go in with like $5 and you come out with like 4. Yeah, they're $1.50 beers. They're cups of beer. It's either Bud Light or Miller.
That's mind-blowing.
And then what they're known for is their egg salad sandwich or their turkey sandwich, and they're $1.50, and like everyone goes nuts. So you just get it so it's no money, but you got to come back to your seat. And we would just watch somebody come, and I remember Burr had like 6 in his hand, and we were going nuts. And then I tried to top it with more. And but when you go to a venue like that, you just have to kind of stay. If you go to golf, my suggestion is don't follow someone.
Right.
It's hot. Everybody's moving. I would say find a hole where you could see another tee-off hole, sit there, try to get shade, and at least chill for a while, and then maybe go do that somewhere else. But golf is tough, and it's tough to say it's a venue because it's just how good the people make the tents and how accommodating it is.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, going off the 4 major sport, I'm a big tennis guy, and Indian Wells is going on right now. That Indian Wells Tennis Gardens out in Palm Springs or by Palm Springs is fucking unbelievable. It's beautiful because it's mountains and sunset, and it's all wide open, flowers. It's gorgeous.
I want to go to the French Open or the Australian.
I went to the French. I got to see Rafa at the French Open.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
I wish I saw Federer in his heyday, man.
I got to see all those guys, which was really exciting.
I mean, him in his heyday was Roger Federer, right? I mean,
it's insane. Yeah. No, I got to see him, Djokovic, Rafa, and Andy Murray. But I went to the French Open, which was cool, and then I'm dying to go to Wimbledon. But the U.S. Open also, which is our hometown stadium, is amazing.
I love it. I've been there. I love it. But I don't know. I was in a suite. So it's like,
I got to sit. I watched Roger Federer from a suite because I texted my agent, was like, "Can I get?" And they got me in a suite, but it was like not a private suite. It was like a group of men, like in suits with like cocktails, and I was dressed like this. Yeah. And they're like, "Who the fuck is this asshole?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm with WME." And they're like, "W who?" It was embarrassing, and like none of them were watching the match. I was like just this tennis nerd in the corner. It was kind of like uncomfortable.
Well, I got to tell you my favorite venue of all time, and I saved it for last, or I saved it for one of my. I mean, we'll keep going, but Madison Square Garden for me, just it means a lot because, and I've said this a million times, and I don't want to, but if I have to say Madison Square Garden, not only the memories of the Knicks, I performed there twice. The second time I performed there in the round was literally the set of my life.
Wow.
It changed my career, changed my life.
Yeah.
Like as far as like, I mean, everybody there, and it was just that, but I'm also such a big Knicks fan. Taking my son there and daughter who love, like my daughter loves it too, but my son is such a diehard Knicks fan that like watching his eyes when we were in a playoff game, like hit a big three to like win a playoff game, and just seeing that and like hearing how nuts it was. One of the funniest things was this is like during the heyday of hating Trae Young, right? Like when it was fuck Trae Young, and dude, and my son's there, and this is like probably 5 years ago, so he's like 11 or 12, and they're just going, and they were like singing the Star Spangled Banner, and it was at that pause, like right before, oh say, so right before the pause, you just hear Trae Young's a bitch, and my son was like 12.
Right.
So he just bursts out laughing. And he's like, Dad, can I curse and say fuck Trae Young with him? And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. But like those memories of the Garden. So like not only performing there as a comic, but like seeing the Knicks and just, it is intimate, dude. You performed at the Garden.
Yeah, I've done it with Louis. Yeah.
You did it with Louis. And there's something about that, walking out on the streets of New York City after doing that, where you're like, that was fucking insane.
It's insane. It's also weird because sometimes you'll just be on the subway and like no one has any idea that you just did like 18,000 people.
It's so nuts. But that's a great venue, and I do think the food there and the drinks there are good. I think it's accommodating. I love it.
No, I love Madison Square, and it's so special because it is the world's most famous arena, and like even as a boy, like WrestleMania or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about WrestleMania, but like whatever, Hulk Hogan slammed or beat Iron.
Dude, Sinatra.
I said Iron Maiden.
Dude, Sinatra in the round.
Yeah.
The pictures of Sinatra there. What was it? Ali Frazier. Dude, that's like I mean, it doesn't get big. Yeah, huge boxing matches there. I mean, it's just nuts.
Yeah. In fact, I always talk about this. This is another fun topic. If I could go back to any sporting event, I would go back to the first Ali Frazier at the Garden. March 8, 71.
Ooh, you're saying Time Machine?
Yeah. Time Machine, one sporting event. That and 75 Game 6 World Series Fisk walk-off would be something. But
I think if I could go back, and I know this is nuts because I'm not a hockey guy, I'd probably go back to Miracle on Ice. I'd probably go back to the 80 team against the Russians.
Yeah.
Just because, like, it was literally like, when they say underdog, they say, like, it was just, there was, like, no chance.
Right. You know what's funny? I just watched, there's a new Netflix doc. There's, like, 7 docs about that.
Yeah.
But Al Michaels, he's like, that was the first time he had ever heard the USA chant. And I'm like, did they invent the USA chant? Al Michaels, at least, had never heard it. The fucking USA.
Yeah, that's actually nuts.
Yeah, I mean, again, maybe someone chanted it before, but according to Al Michaels, he's like, I'd never heard it before that.
Wow, and for him to say that at a sporting event, that's actually wild.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
The fact that like 18, 19-year-old kids that weren't pros did that is really like, the more I think about it, I'm like, that's kind of the craziest thing maybe in sports. Like, it's nuts.
It is, yeah.
That would be like, I guess some of the best college basketball players beating an NBA, like a good NBA team,
like the
right?
'96 Bulls. It's like crazy.
No, that's crazy. Yeah,
it's insane too. And like the fascinating thing is that the Russians never pulled their goalie. Like they didn't know how to be down. They're like unfamiliar with losing.
They were literally a machine that just got hit in the face, and like it was the greatest time. And the Herb Brooks, the speech, and how great. I'm a Kurt Russell guy, so like
me too.
Yeah. We were talking about like 2 underrated sports movies for me is Miracle. And not that this is the best of sports movies, but Miracle and Seabiscuit. I love Seabiscuit. It was underrated.
Oh, yeah.
You see Seabiscuit?
Yeah, of course.
Seabiscuit was fucking great. Jeff Bridges, another guy.
Which I always confuse Kurt Russell. No, I don't confuse Kurt Russell and Jeff Bridges, but they're very similar kind of feels.
It's funny you say that. They kind of have that same kind of like older, tough dude.
Yeah, long hair, handsome guys, cool, like a great filmography. Very similar kind of dudes.
Craig Ferguson was on the show, like not long ago, a couple weeks ago. Craig Ferguson was here, and he was talking about flying in a plane with Kurt Russell, and like it got like a little hairy. And it's like Kurt Russell's just smoking a cigar, acting like everything was fine. And I'm like, there's just a level of toughness that some dudes have that I'll never have.
No, didn't he own a baseball team or played on a baseball team? His father. Did you watch that, Doc?
Oh, no.
The Bastards of Baseball.
No, was it Kurt
It's a
Russell?
Netflix thing. Yeah, it's the batter. I think I could be fucking this all up, but I think his family owned a baseball. I shouldn't even be bringing this up because I don't have all the details. But check it out. The Battered Bastards of Baseball. Or something like that.
What about, you know what they did? I would wonder how this would be as a venue was when they did the Field of Dreams thing. And they just put a couple of bleachers.
I would love to be at that. They played a classic game a couple years ago, too.
Unfortunately, I think the Yankees got beat at the end.
That's right.
I think the White Sox beat the Yankees with a walk-off, but it was cool because it was so limited that they just put like a couple of bleachers so to get a ticket. But that must have been cool to just watch like top players in that little field. That must have been sick.
No, I would love to do that. That's a venue I'd like to go to. That's another fun topic is just bucket list venues, which center court at Wimbledon, I think, is number one for me.
That's number one for you?
I think so, just because it's grass and you got to wear white and it's all crazy. And I'm a big tennis guy, and it's a small stadium too. I'm trying to think of other things that would come to mind. I mean, Cameron Indoor, I've been there, but I haven't been to a game. You went to a UNC, like a conference game would be so cool.
Listen, I've been to World Series, I've been to Super Bowl, I've been to Masters, I've been to playoff games, NBA, all that stuff. The Cameron Indoor, because of what you said, it was almost like, dude, it was like spiritual, dude. It was like you're in this like Catholic school, like you're just sitting there as 9,000 packed, like you're in a glorified high school gym, and you're watching that rivalry, and there was just something, nobody sat. Nobody sat. Like everybody was just standing up. It was like the last minute when everybody stands up, the entire game, because it meant so much, and there was just something really cool about being in a I like small environments for big shit like that. Because I will tell you this, and I went to the national championship of basketball when it was Michigan versus Louisville, and Louisville beat Michigan.
Oh, I remember that year,
and
2013.
But they did it where the Falcons played football and you can't see.
Yeah,
you're looking at the screen, dude. You're looking at the big screen. It's like it would be like watching a boxing match where the Cowboys play.
Right.
It's like you can't see it.
Yeah.
That's where I think the venues lose. So this show is about the best, but where I think people go wrong with venues is trying to have something that's like a small thing like boxing or something like that in a football stadium, or even a basketball court in a football stadium. It's like, just pick Madison Square Garden or this one Staples Center somewhere and do it like that.
Right. Yeah, just make it a regular
Make it a regular thing, a harder ticket.
Right.
But like you're trying to sell 100,000 tickets to something that's like this big. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Now, what do you think of the Stadium Hockey Stadium series?
Oh, the
outdoor,
dude, that Winter Classic.
Yeah.
I never been, but I want to go just because it looks awesome.
It looks fun, but I think there's a lot of similarly. My buddy
far
went.
Away.
He's like at a baseball seat. He's like, I couldn't see a fucking thing. It was at Safeco in Seattle, and he's like, it was cool environment, but once the game started, you're like, I'm at ice level.
You know what that is, Joe? That's a tailgate time.
Right.
That's a tailgate time, and we were there.
Right.
But like, you're not. Yeah, you can't be in the upper deck or the second level watching hockey like that.
Yeah.
Hockey in an arena like MSG, you're right there.
Right.
Hockey venues are pretty. I saw a cool game at the old Coliseum when I was little. First hockey game I ever went to was Islanders, and it was at the Nassau.
Oh yeah.
Nassau
I've been to
Coliseum.
Nassau. Yeah.
And that was like the first time. But the first time I saw a venue where I lost my shit was when I was. I didn't know there were two teams in New York, so like my mom goes, we need to take Paul to a baseball game. And my stepfather goes, but if we take him to a game, this is like early 80s.
Yeah.
They're like, the Mets were like winning. I thought it was only the Mets.
Right.
And my stepfather goes, you got to take him to Yankee Stadium. I'm like, what's that? And dude, I walked in and saw Mattingly and saw the green grass and the blue cement wall. And you have to go through this thing for it to open up. And it changed. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
That's how I felt about Fenway, and it was so special because my father had me come in on the first base side. So you walked up the ramp, and just the wall, you can't be prepared for how big the wall is. It's 37 feet high and just so long, and that's like the only thing you see. It's also when you're a kid. I was talking about this when I went to Paris for the first time. The first time I saw the Eiffel Tower, I got like emotional, like a fucking kid. Because it's just something you've seen so much, and now it's there. It doesn't make sense. And it's like that with sports, where you're like, Wade Boggs is fucking standing there. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. Like, you've only seen him on TV. And back then, TV, too, it wasn't HD. It was this big. I know we sound like boomers, but, like, you could kind of make out the player. And now you're seeing him in full fucking color HD live. It makes no sense. You're like, this is crazy.
No, it's so funny you say that because when we were little kids and you'd watch Mike Tyson on pay-per-view, when you look at the reception, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't even see the...
Right. You're like, I don't know who's who. Not to sound like my grandfather here, but...
It's funny you say that. We went to the Eiffel Tower because my kids are so spoiled. They've been to Paris already twice, but we were there last summer, and they have a champagne bar up on. We went to the very top, and you could just get Moet, like champagne.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're all doing it. So I just kept buying, and it was like super expensive. And I just gave everyone in my family, and we were friends, and we were just slugging champagne at the top of the Eiffel Tower at night. It was incredible, dude.
Yeah, no, it's
incredible, man.
I mean, I was on the road, and I was, what do you call it, fucking jet lagged and everything. And I went, and I was with Louie and Joe Mackey and Rachel Feinstein. They were all doing stuff, so I went by myself, and I like took a corner and saw it, and I was like, there it is. It was like so great. I was like embarrassed, but I was like, this is unbelievable.
It's too bad the French Open wasn't going on there. You would have been able to do that.
I know. Well, I went there years later.
Yeah.
I did go there, which was awesome. But
so you haven't seen the venues that you haven't been to. You haven't been to soccer venues.
No, I don't think I've ever seen a live soccer game in my life.
Dude, it's actually like, I'm not a big soccer guy, and I'm just being honest. I'm not a big soccer guy, and I'm not a big hockey guy, and I can't say that I am.
Yeah.
But going to a soccer game and sitting there and actually watching it, and like everyone's like, oh dude, it's forever to score, but it's so strategy. It's like, it's all chess, man.
Right.
It's like, even when they go back and you're like, why are they going back towards their goal? They're trying to set something up, and you just watch it, and then once it comes together, you're like, this is kind of fucking brilliant. It's awesome.
No, I love soccer during the World Cup. I'll get in there during the World Cup. But the Premier League, I just can't figure it out and follow it. And I got too much sports. I can't have more.
Yeah.
I can't bring in any more shit. They got like curling on. I'm like, get out of here with the curling. I can only focus on 3 things.
I'm trying to think of So my list would be, if I did have a list, my list would be for baseball, but I still haven't gone to Fenway. But Pittsburgh, number 1. For me.
Wow.
As far as Pittsburgh, number 1 as far as sitting down watching a game. Well, no, Yankees I can't count. So it's like right. Yankees is another category. But after Yankees, I would say, if you guys are in Pittsburgh, go sit down, go watch a Pirates game, get a beer, and just look at the outfield and look at your surroundings and go, this is how baseball should be. It was almost so nice. I was like, baseball shouldn't even be played here. I just want to look at this. It was incredible. Right. And it's a shame that the team sucks, and it's a shame that the fucking, the owner doesn't do the right thing or hasn't done the right thing. It's like, that's a good place to watch a game. That team should be good. It's great people, dude. I just did the improv there 2 weeks ago.
I love that club.
Dude, it was packed out.
Yeah.
People are great. The DVE, the radio guys are great.
Yeah.
Right? It's such a great city. The food is great. Somebody's like, dude, they're fat, aren't they? And I was like, yeah, they're fat.
Yeah, let them have it.
It's a fat city, but you know what? Great place. So I would say that for baseball, from what I've seen. Madison Square Garden for basketball, for what I've seen. And Cameron Indoor for a college thing, just because it's an experience like none other.
Yeah.
And then I liked all of the only college venue I didn't like, and it was because we were up and sitting in the sun, was we were at Gators LSU in Gainesville.
Oh, okay. That's another stadium I've been to, but not during a game. I got to walk around in there.
No, we were in like the upper deck, sun beating on us. Ugh. They're playing LSU. We were just passing around. We snuck in this whiskey, so we're slugging whiskey in the heat. It's just like ridiculous. But yeah, so that one I didn't love. But I'm also, are you a night venue guy or a day? Because I like night games. I like night venues.
I love both, but night is under the lights is so beautiful, especially when you get that dark sky and beautiful. I mean, the baseball against the dark sky is just beautiful. And, I love it. Oh, I went to the Coliseum too. I should say that. I went to a USC game at the Coliseum.
Oh, I did. I went to Rose Bowl.
Cool. Yeah.
I went to Rose Bowl at the Coliseum, and it was Christian McCaffrey playing Iowa.
Oh,
so it was
nice.
Stanford playing Iowa.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like.
I also went to the Big Ten championship at Lucas Oil, which was really cool.
Oh, how was that?
In Indianapolis. I've been to 2 games there. I
Good
went
venue?
to a Colts game. Yeah, super nice. I mean, I stayed downtown so I could walk there. Everyone just walked in. It was big, spacious, pretty new, good food, good space. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I want to check that out because I love Indianapolis, and I went there. I forgot what we went there for, and I remember seeing Lucas Oil, and I'm like, but the Colts weren't playing, or we couldn't make it. But I heard it's good.
Yeah, it was good. I went there years ago, and I was still drinking then. And in Boston, you can't have like a drink. It's illegal to have any kind of drink special. You can't have a half-price drink or anything like that.
What?
Yeah. Let's get Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. What do you mean? Like
you can't
have a discount?
There's no like happy hour shit. Maybe it's changed, but it didn't used to be able to do that. That was like illegal because it's just fucking wild animals. And I was in Indianapolis and they had buckets of beer for like whatever, $20 or something. And I was like, can I get a bucket by myself? Do I need like another? Because in Massachusetts, like you got to have like a team of people. You can't.
No, and everything. I had two things happen in Boston, and I was too naive. I didn't realize what was happening. I was walking down. My brother went to BU.
Okay.
So Boston is, and the Dana-Farber Institute in Boston saved my mother's life with cancer. So Boston, I love Boston.
Sure.
Boston to me is like, I think Boston is one of the best cities in the country. I think it's great.
I agree.
But dude, it's amazing. Dude, Faneuil Hall, the Oyster the restaurant, all that shit. I love it. My brother lived in Austin. Yeah. And he lived off this road, Farrington Street, when he went to BU. And I just went to go to the store, but I had a Yankee cap on. And there was a group of dudes outside a bar, and the dude goes, "Hey man, come here." And he's like, "Where are you from? Like, what do you?" And he starts like squinting. He's talking to me, and I'm like, I don't realize what's going on. But when he realized that I was kind of just chill and cool and not drunk, I think he realized like, oh, this guy's literally just going to the store.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think that had I said something, I realized, oh, that's why. I realized later. But there was because everything shuts down. You can't eat late there.
Yes.
And I was drinking. I was hammered at my brother's singing. I go, can I go somewhere? And there's a place called like Riley's or something. There's a roast beef sandwich place late.
Yeah.
And I go and I have my Yankee hat on. And I don't realize. I wasn't trying to be an asshole. I was going to visit my brother in college. Like I didn't even like, and I'm just online getting a sandwich and this guy, the place is packed. And he just goes, this is a true story. I'm not trying to be a tough guy. This guy goes, yeah, we're a game ahead after today, right? And I'm hammered. And I go, yeah, but you're still a pussy. And he just goes, what? And I go, you're right. You guys are one game ahead today, but you're still a pussy. And he just shut down, and I realized, am I out of my mind? I could have been fucking, but I was hammered, so I would have never said that. But like he yelled it,
right?
You know, so then I fucking yelled it, but I didn't realize like how much I could have gotten into trouble just wearing a cap there.
Yeah, no,
and that's why I won't take my family. And I tell people, like, don't go to. You're nuts if you go to a stadium like that and you wear the other team. Like,
yeah, I'm not interested. My father and I went to old Yankee Stadium for a Red Sox game. I think my mother got us tickets thinking that was a good idea, and it wasn't too bad. But they were like, we left. We lost like 15-2, the Sox, and we were leaving, and the people were like throwing popcorn and like peanuts at us.
Yeah,
like I mean, it was like kind of like silly. It wasn't like crazy, but it was like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here.
It's a little weird.
My buddy Chris Walsh, great comic buddy of mine, he went to an exhibition game. He lives in L.A. at the Coliseum. It was Dodgers Red Sox, and he wore his Red Sox shirt. He's from Boston, and he said he took his Sox shirt off and rolled it up and threw it in the trash at one point because it was an exhibition game. So it was like $6 tickets, and it was all these like gangbangers out there, and he was like, all right, and he just walked around shirtless because he's like, I'm in danger here.
Yeah, I had this couple. They were fans of mine. I think they got divorced, unfortunately, but they were fans of mine, and they were from Minnesota, and they went to Yankee Stadium in Twins stuff, and he said that the Twins hoodie he was wearing was red, and he said they're just calling him Little Red Riding Hood, and he goes, dude, it ruined our time. They were throwing shit at us. He was like, it was so rude, like I hated going to Yankee Stadium. But in my mind, I'm going, dude, you went in there with a red hoodie that said Twins, and it's like, just go neutral, like
right.
Just go neutral. Like I'm a Knicks fan. I took my brother for his bachelor party. My brother was like, I don't want to do much. Let's go to a game. I took him to Lakers Celtics at Celtics, right? And we just sat there. I didn't wear Knicks shit. I didn't fucking start each chant. I just sat there in neutral clothes and I watched a basketball game.
No, I do that when I go to Mets games or Yankee games.
By the way, don't love TD Garden as far as the venue.
No, it's just whatever. I mean,
I don't hate it, but I don't. It's not like, oh, I heard the other garden was like.
Yeah, that was
the Boston Garden was like, I heard it incredible.
Well, one of the craziest facts I heard before, and I'll probably get it wrong, but close, is that like I think like 47 or 51% of the seats in the new garden wouldn't even be inside the building of the old garden.
Wow.
Because the old Boston Garden was so small and stacked up, so you were just like at an angle like that. It was fucking scary because it was like this.
Yeah, because it was steep.
So if you could build it inside, and most of the arena is outside of the building.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, dude. I had a great set at the TD Garden. The Boston fans were great. Philadelphia, I'll tell you this, the Philadelphia where the 76ers play, I never saw a game there, but we did a show there, and I thought that place was kind of cool. The
Wells Fargo.
Yeah. And I
did that one too.
Did you? Yeah.
It's funny. We've just done all these arenas. It's doesn't make any sense.
I know. Well, no, dude, because you know what's crazy is you haven't opened for Louis in how long?
It's been a while, probably 4 or 5 years. I mean, the arenas were like 8 years ago now.
Yeah, I was saying like
9 years ago.
The last tour I went on with Burr was 2016 in Europe.
Yeah, that's right, because Louis was 2016, 2017.
Yeah,
so
yeah, he did a bit. It was like Germany. It was like Germany. We did Latvia.
Wow.
And dude, one cool thing. Talk about cool venues. This Latvia venue, they're like, hey, just so you know, Joe. They tell me this like 5 minutes before I go on. They're like, just so you know, comedy's like 8 years old here. And I go, and me and Burr are like, what? And like, and I go out there, and Burr always said, he goes, I always got a good gauge from you. Like he would, because like if I felt weird, he would come off and go, we both felt the exact same thing after the sets, which was, because we've been doing it so, I was opening for so long, and I go out in Latvia, and they're dressed like they're dressed to the fucking nines. Women are in dresses, men are in suits, and they're looking. Dude, it was like Broadway opening night Broadway.
Wow.
And like I'm up there doing my fucking shit, and and they watched. And the weird thing, the one weird thing, when people go, what's the difference with like certain countries in Europe, like certain places in Germany, Latvia, Estonia, we did, is that they watched the bit. I don't know if you experienced this when you were in Germany, but like, Germany was different than other places because we went to Budapest, Hungary, and it was like being in America.
Yeah,
it was it was like America.
Yeah.
But in Germany, in those places, because they go to engineer brains, they kind of just watch the whole thing, and then so it's like they're watching a scene of a movie.
Right.
But you're like, I'm bombing.
right.
You're like, I'm fucking, but like, I'll tell you, cool venue, nice people, intimate, but just they didn't know.
Right.
Like they're like, we're gonna see a man do humor.
No, it's those shows are always weird. And do you know Greg Hahn? Do you know him?
I heard the name.
He's a great comic, but he's big and wild. He does like he claps and he goes, yeah, fucking yeah. He yells and does this thing. He's one of the funniest guys fucking ever. He's a great comic and great guy. But we were doing like Bulgaria, Romania, and he was like kind of bombing, but he's super high energy. It's not like you or me being like, oh man, that didn't hit. He's like, fucking, woo. He goes, hey, you guys, one of his things he does, he goes, you guys are great. I'm not even finished. He says like he's going to leave. He goes, you guys have been fantastic. Thank you so very much. I'm not even finished. And he snapped. You're watching this guy who normally just murders. He's like a killer.
Yeah.
But in fucking Estonia, they're like staring like, what the fuck?
Oh,
so he just looks like a numbskull. he's like screaming and yelling, clapping.
Yeah, because you know what it is? It's like his energy didn't match what was really supposed to be going on.
And they're like this.
That's so. It is funny though how like when a comic doesn't adjust, you got to adjust.
Yeah.
So if you just stay true.
Well, it'd be like pouring sweat. He's like 6'5". It was great. That's another funny story too. We were in Romania, I think, and we went out. It was me, Louis, Keith Robinson, and Greg Hahn. And they came over, and it was like really late at night, the restaurant, and we were like, oh, I don't know if they're going to let us in. They're closing soon. It was like a fancy place. And they let us in. You could tell they knew there was a celebrity. So they were like, really like, thank you so much. We're so honored to have you. Absolutely. And at the end of the dinner, we're all eating knowing that we're getting this treatment because we're celebrities. And at the end, they walk up to Greg Hahn and they ask him to sign a Michael Bolton poster. They thought he was... Michael Bolton had just performed in Bulgaria. The whole time, they had no idea who Louis was. They were like, could you sign this? And he was like, oh, I'm not Michael Bolton. And we were like, you should have just fucking signed it. Because the last hour, they're all pumped that Michael Bolton is here.
Oh my God, that's so fucking
Yeah, it was
funny.
beautiful. And they must have been like, oh, fuck, we just stayed open and did all this for this guy. That's not Michael Bolton.
That's so fucking funny, dude. He should have just signed it. That would have been great if he's like, dude, somebody thinks Michael Bolton signed a thing for life.
Best thing ever. Thank you. When a man loves a woman, love Michael Bolton or whatever.
All right, so I think I got Pittsburgh, Madison Square Garden. You got Wimbledon? No, you didn't. Never
I'm going to say Fenway and Wrigley. I just have to say, I just love them. And then I really love Husky Stadium. I'm going to Seattle's. I love the Seahawks Stadium was fucking. It was so loud in there.
Now, when you say this, when you talk about this venue, real quick, are you talking about accommodations or no? You're just talking about like aesthetically,
aesthetically beautiful, spirit, energy, feel, all those things. I can't even remember the concession. I haven't drank in so long that it's like concessions.
Yeah. By the way, I was going to ask you how long.
13 years now, I think. Yeah.
Isn't it nice though?
Track. Yeah, 13 years. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I went like a couple months without a drink, and then I had 2 drinks. 2 drinks, Joe. mid 40s, 2 drinks, and I just was like, horrible.
I think about this all the time.
I felt hard, and I'm like, dude, how many mornings did I waste?
Right.
How many? You know what I mean, dude? I saw a guy. There was a guy. We got tickets, freezing cold. It was New England Patriots Jets at Jets, and my wife goes, "Can you take my cousin? Just go with my cousin." And we went, and it was freezing. And there was a guy passed out on the top cement thing at the highest point of the thing, and he'd just go like this, and every time he did it, vomit would spew out on the thing. And I was just going like, that's got to be the lowest. Like, it's like you can't watch a game like that, dude. Those guys hammered. They don't remember the game.
No.
They don't remember that 3rd and 8 that like meant everything.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like they don't.
No, I mean, I have that. I went to a Patriots-Colts game like in 2007, which was the year that the Patriots were like the fucking best team ever, almost. They lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl. But I went to a game like late in the season, December game against the Colts, I think, and like I don't even know, I assume they won. Like I have no recollection whatsoever. Yeah. And I'm like, I saw fucking Brady and Randy Moss, prime, and I was like, oh, whoops. I was in a fucking blackout or a brownout.
You know, that year I was at the game, you guys went 16-0.
Oh, really?
You guys played the Giants the last game of the regular season.
That's crazy.
To go 16-0, and that's where Coughlin won the team over because he goes, even though we're in the playoffs, we're going to try to stop it. And you guys beat us 38-35. And I saw Brady's record touchdowns to season for Randy's reception record. I saw that play. Wow. And I remember looking at my buddy and going, why is Randy Moss single covered? And fucking Brady dropped back and threw that thing. I will say the old Giants Stadium, I think I like a little better than this one. I don't love this venue, but I do like the new Yankee Stadium. Joe, I could talk to you about this forever.
Yeah, man.
You're always, dude, every time I do a pod with you, it's everybody's right. You're just the best.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I love talking.
No, plug your shit.
What do I have coming up? Well, Punch Up. I'm on Punch Up Live on there. Are you on there? That's the fucking. I started, yeah. It's the best. Punch Up Live, Joe List. I'm in Poughkeepsie in, I don't know, a couple weeks next week. I've got a big European tour. I don't know how many Europeans. Dublin. Well, Dublin's not. I was gonna say you.
I did London because of you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they go, you got to go to. This is when the Giants played. This is when the Giants played. Oh, real quick. I went to Tottenham Stadium to see the Giants play.
Nice.
And that was great, where Tottenham Soccer Club plays. And I took my son to Chelsea. Chelsea played, and that fucking stadium was like, I'm telling you, dude, soccer venues.
I got to go to some European soccer.
Soccer venues are amazing, but I go, yeah, we're going to go to London. People wanted me to go to London. I don't know where to go. And they go, oh, Joe List just went to 21 Soho.
Yeah, I love that place.
I did like 2, and I was like, and now I want to go back. But yeah, and I remember you telling me it was awesome.
Now
but anyway, go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt you.
That's all right. I'm doing Leicester Square Theatre, I think it's called now. And I've been doing 2 shows in London, Glasgow, Dublin, Belfast, and Bristol, England. So check that out, Punch Up Live. And I got 4 specials on YouTube. They're all up on YouTube free. Go stream them.
That's awesome. Guys, I got a bunch of new dates coming up. We just added Detroit. We're going to be at the new Mic Drop Comedy Club Detroit. That's April 25th, 26th. We got Hartford, Connecticut coming up. I'm also on Punch Up, so go to punchup.live/Paul Virzi. Go to the YouTube. Guys, Paul's Best is doing well. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to Big Money Players. Thank you to iHeartRadio. Go and rate and review the show. It moves the show up. Get it anywhere you could get your podcast, iTunes, Spotify, and go to my YouTube channel, click the subscribe button, and I now own the Netflix special and my Comedy Central special. All the specials are on my YouTube as well, so subscribe to that and go to paulvirzi.com for all dates. Joe, thank you so much. Go to these venues. Go see where the Pirates play. Go see where the Washington Huskies play. Go to Cameron Indoor Stadium. All the stuff that we mentioned. Of course, Madison Square Garden. We will see you guys next week. Thank you.
Great.